Good morning, everybody.
What's up? Good Friday, everybody. What's happening? How are you guys doing?
Can everybody hear us good?
It is
Can you hear me, Justin?
Friday, February 10th.
Justin, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear, Luis.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I just wanted to start out today, letting you know that we do have Luis on the stream today, and hopefully everybody is good. You had a good week. And I've been having a lot of fun recently with all of you guys in the Discord server. We've expanded the Discord server a lot, and um, it seems to have doubled or tripled in size in the past week. So you can check out our Discord server in the video link down below and join Discord first, then click the link. Some people were saying they were having trouble getting in. That's because you have to log in first, and then it'll let you in. So it'll take you straight to the Discord server. You can save that in your Discord app as well. You can do it on your Android or your iOS phone. And if you guys are in there right now, you can drop something in the chat right there. You can see our new channels that were pretty much asked for by the community. We now have the main page, which is the FPV community page, the tech support page, which is great for you guys, and we have buy, sell, trade. We have private Patreon chat for guys that join Patreon, and we have the DC Army video channel, which is super cool. You can post your videos in there. And we just added yesterday or the day before, I think, the 3D printing and mods channel. So there's some cool stuff in Discord right now, and it's really growing a lot. We see new guys coming in there all the time, and if you're a beginner, you have some questions, by all means, like click our Discord link and sign up for that, because you're going to get help with your builds. You're going to get help with all kinds of stuff. It's just a really nice wealth of information. And also, guys, new updates on the website. If you go to dronecamps.com and you refresh this page, you're going to see a completely new website, top to bottom, front to back. We've added all kinds of super cool stuff on there, including a brand new forum. We have our link to Discord there, Patreon. We even do new phone consulting. So if you're somebody who needs advice on your first drone purchase ever, or any type of size drone, it's $20 for 20 minutes, and you get to talk to me on the phone. So if you want to call me directly, have a conversation about what you need. It's like tailored to what you want. So that's pretty cool. That's on the website, as well as the brand new Drone Camps forum. The forum is just getting started, and there are all types of different categories in there, from general discussion, articles, build, help, and discussion, tiny whoop, beginner questions, long range, radio and TX, tutorials, mods, DIY, DJI FPV or walk snail, HD0 talk, analog FPV, and this is a completely fresh forum. It's not going to have any old information on there, which I really love. So that's brand new this week as well. And there's new articles out in the last couple of days. I'm writing articles like a wild man. We're also talking about the rise of drones in the United States, with Drone Camps being one of the first Drone Camp stores on the East Coast. I don't know if many of you guys knew that, but drones have been around since the early 1900s. It talks about the military using them for surveillance and things like that, adding cameras to them as long as like 100 years ago. It's kind of crazy. And we also wrote one of the first public safety guides before the FAA started their regulations. And what's amazing about this is we posted this PDF in this article. You can download it and check it out, because the first 5 regulations, well, suggestions from Drone Camps RC ended up becoming FAA regulation, which is pretty good. I mean, take it with a grain of salt. A lot of this is common sense, but this was before any of that stuff was written in public regulation by the U.S. government. So we wrote a bunch of stuff in there. Some of that stuff's not current regulation, including there is no talk in my public safety guide about remote ID, which some of you guys, I know you love that. But so yeah, and there's a ton of new stuff happening. So if you're brand new to the channel, this is a good time to be coming on to and getting into the drone camps community. It's just it's making my head spin. There's so much stuff. Also this week, I got to pay tribute to my big guy, my number one man, Hal Gray of Hatteras, North Carolina. He is my grandfather, and this week he was in the hospital, has complications. He had a kidney infection. He had COVID. He had some type of rash last week, and he wasn't doing well. And we lost my granddad yesterday, so I want to pay my respects in this video to my grandfather, Hal Gray. My family is mourning him this week, and I will be going home next week for his celebration of life. So yeah, I've been a little sideways and out of it this week. This is a picture of him and I back in 2010, and I had bought him a few different little micro RC helis to fly indoors. And my goal was to really get my granddad flying with me and be able to like go out and fly together. And I used to just come by his house and like say, "Hey, granddad, you want to like go fly this RC airplane with me?" And 100% of the time he was just like, "Yes, let's go." And he'd stand there and watch me fly these nitro airplanes with 60-inch wingspan. And we don't have RC airfield where I'm from on the island, so we just fly random places, and there's no dedicated field, but I would just take off anywhere and try to land it. If you ever done that kind of on the fly, so to speak, it's a lot of fun. But I love my granddad, and family is everything to me, as you guys know, if you know me personally. But yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you for all the condolences there for my granddad, the greatest man. He was 88 years old. But let's go ahead and get started, you guys. We have Luis here today. He is live with us. I'm so happy to have Luis here. And let us know if you can hear Luis loud and clear. We both got our coffee going.
Yep, I'm here. My mic should be on and working, I think.
I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, sorry about your grandfather, man.
Thank you.
I saw that this morning. That's a rough one. I don't know how else to put that, really. That's just rough.
Appreciate that. So before we really get started, the outline today, guys, just so you see it up on the screen, we're going to do Q&A first. We're going to do some FPV simulator talk, some of the best ones in 2023 that you guys voted on. So it'll be information from the community. What's their favorite? I know a lot of people haven't questions about simulators, so we're going to help you out there. We're also going to do FPV news, and we're going to do drone news for idiots, WTF drone news at the end. So that should be fun.
Yeah. There's some funny things.
There's always some new idiot news.
Some funny things in there. Yep.
Yeah, Luis knows what's going on today. He's been briefed with our outline for the cast. So let's go ahead and open up some Q&A. So if you guys are watching the stream, currently have questions, don't know what's going on, go ahead and drop your question. If you want to do a super chat too, that gets your question answered.
What's up, everybody in the chat? I can see you all there.
Welcome, William, TK, Tony.
We got Casey in there. We got William in there.
Casey, welcome.
Eric's in there.
Luis.
What's up?
Luis is in there.
Yep, I'm in there.
as always.
uh, right now, I'm feeling like my brain hasn't totally booted up yet. I'm still
Do a
trying to
reboot.
get caffeine in me.
Reboot. Um,
My
so
brain doesn't work the best until like 6 p.m. That's when my brain
I
starts
hear
like
you.
I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go.
So you guys that are in Discord, uh, you want to get a quick question in there? You can also do it in Discord, and we'll answer it right here. So we can pull that up on the screen.
Yeah, I've been trying to be in the Discord as often as possible.
Yeah, I'm in there
But
till
there, but
late.
there's a lot of people in there that are in there all the time, constantly.
Mm-hmm. We got a late night crew.
And I'm liking that. I'm liking that we're adding more channels there. I think we got to add a whole bunch more channels, though. Not a whole bunch more, just random stuff, but just things that we need to get sorted out.
Yeah, it's a good start.
Yeah, it's starting to look good. It's nice to see that there's actual some activity on here.
Yeah, there's a lot of activity. And it's not just drone talk. Like people are hanging out in there, so it's like a hangout. Um, I think people are finding some new friends in there as well. And some of the guys have been in there uh, for over 6 months. Yeah, Eric, it's been popping. So we got a couple questions in the chat, in the live chat. First question is, Mr. Camp, what's your best experience in FPV? Um, I'm going to start out with letting Luis answer that question, and then I'll answer after Luis.
I think my best experience. I mean, there's going to be a lot more experiences, but I probably going out and camping with you guys, or with I've gone out camping with you a couple times, and I think my best experience was probably at West Coast Throwdown. It was just a cool experience to have
Yeah.
all see how many people actually are flying, and usually when I'm flying alone,
Hmm.
but
A lot of people are.
I think a lot of people do,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of a loner when it comes to I like being alone, but it's nice to actually go and have a huge group of people that are all flying too.
That
Uh,
is exciting.
yeah, it is, and just to bounce ideas off of people and see what other people, what setups they've got, and just learn about people that you've heard about. Because they'll show up. There's some people that are on the YouTube that show up to those things.
Yeah.
So that's probably my best experience in FPV so far.
Yeah, events, guys. If you've never been to an event, you should. Book a plane ticket, go to Road Riots. I know Bachrinder's trying to buy some property right now, so who knows? Maybe there'll be a punk rock camp out or something. He has
Yeah, that
about
would be pretty cool.
he has $40,000 now for his donations. Um, that's going to be on the East Coast
Yeah,
for
maybe
West
we'll have to
Coast guys. What's that?
maybe we'll have to road trip out that way once the park is open. Do a little cross country road trip.
You can road trip. I might have to fly. I've driven across country like a couple times, and
Yeah, I have to. Yeah,
takes a while.
it's a little bit of a trek.
If you take your time, it's fun. But if you're in a hurry, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's no fun if you're in a hurry.
No.
I drove from San Francisco to Orange Beach, Alabama one time,
Oh wow.
and I stopped one time to sleep. I was driving the rest of the time.
Were you on no dose?
No, I was drinking 5 hour energies.
Oh my. Oh my god.
Like, you just
Yeah, I just spilled myself.
spill it yourself. Yep. 5 hour energies like every 4 hours.
I don't know what's worse, no dose or ephedrine, 5 hour energy.
Yeah.
I don't even think they sell ephedrine anymore. Giving people heart attacks.
Like cross tops, like the old cross tops from the gas station.
In the 90s, That's how we used to stay awake all night to go to the raves. A little ephedrine, 3 or 4.
and other things.
Yeah.
But that was back. That was 20 years ago. I used to. I mean, you were into that scene, and I used to throw raves in San Francisco back in the late 90s. It was it was a lot of fun. Had a really good time, but
I was a DJ.
definitely aged me.
Nah, makes you young. I spawned with some pretty big acts. I spawned with D-Light. I did shows with them. We were friends
Nice.
with Dimitri, DJ Dimitri.
Yeah.
Some of you
Yeah.
guys
I
know
remember.
him. He had a house in Savannah, Georgia. So I remember his living room was covered in white shag carpet. And if you
Oh my god. That
walk in
sounds
there at
interesting.
3 in the morning with black lights, it's like this deep in the living room. It's
You're
fluffy,
like you're walking through snow or something.
like you're in a simulation.
That would
We
have been kind of that would have been a little yeah. I don't, walking in there after a rave or something like that probably would have been like,
after
whoa,
party
what's
at Dimitri's.
what's going on in here? Yeah.
Yeah, we always did after parties over there. And ladies, Miss Kira, she was cute. Much older than me
Yeah, she
though.
was.
She's the
Yeah,
original rave babe.
she was definitely cute.
We also did a show with Common, hip hop artist Common.
Yeah.
We did a show with Africa Bambaataa. I was on stage with him, which is
Oh,
probably,
really?
yeah.
That's pretty. That's someone that's a
He's he's legend.
yeah. He's a legend.
I want to say curse words right now, but I'll get demonetized. He's a effing legend. Um, so let's look through the chat real
That's pretty
quick.
cool.
Yeah, it was fun. I still have the flyer from that. My name is DJ Stream. All
Yeah,
right,
I didn't DJ. I was just in production, setting up sound, setting up lights, that kind of stuff,
we need guys like you.
and promoting. You know, putting the money into it.
Totally, totally. So I'm looking in the chat right now. Casey's asking, why is the Flywheel Hex Nano so loud? Any ideas on how to quiet it? Uh, there's really no way to shut up a Hex, Casey. Uh,
Yeah, what's that running? I think it's running like 40 millimeter props on that thing. So six 40 millimeter props going at once.
yeah,
You're gonna get that high pitched loud sound. There's no way around it.
yeah. No, there's no way to quiet down a Hex, a little tiny one. Uh, maybe have some Karens, Casey. You got a case of the Karens?
I'm reading. I'm going. I'm reading the. Looking back in the chat here.
Um, so what's up, Raymond? Abdi asks, "What's your longest FPV flight time?" I'd say around 60 minutes. FPV wing.
Excuse me.
I also have a Ranger, which is a plane from a company a while back. I can't remember. Volantex RC. It's a big plastic milk jug fuselage, and you can put like a 10,000 milliamp battery in there. Uh, 4S, and you can get 45 minutes to an hour on a cruise. You can put an even bigger battery in there too, 15,000. Joel Roach asks, "What's the best controller that you can get for remote to fly your FPV drone and simulator? Also, the closer you can get to the first time to this." Joel, right now the community's saying they love, and you guys voted for the Boxer. So the Boxer by Radio Master is the most popular one.
And I think best when it comes to radios is kind of subjective. It all really depends on what you feel is comfortable in your hands.
Yeah.
Most of the, all the radio masters pretty much will perform basically the same. You get more, more bells and whistles on the TX16S, but I don't like the TX16S. It feels too big in my hands, so I like I like I like gamepad style controllers. So that's the best for me, not the best for everybody else, but they all function basically the same.
Well, I've been testing the Boxer this week, and I have to give some feedback to you guys real quick. Barwell hasn't switched over to it yet. He says he's still using his TX16S as his daily driver. And at this point, so am I. I haven't switched over yet. But I have to share with you guys, I've been testing TBS Crossfire on it this week. And this module is the full-size one. This is the one you want to get. And I think they put this on sale right now. It has the screen on here and the joystick. This one goes for about $159, I think, right now. And this is going to give you up to 2 watt. Okay?
At 900 megahertz.
Yes. Tons of power. You can fly way out with this. So the good news is that with the current Edge TX on here, I plugged this in, I bound up my receiver, and it works. So I didn't have to mess with any Lewis grips. I didn't have to update the SD card file. I just plugged this in with my antenna, and it's working with my Defender 25. So that's super cool. So no messing around, no downloading anything. I just plugged in my Crossfire module and it works. So I'm very happy about that. That's really good news for guys who want to use Crossfire. And those things auto update too. That's one of the coolest things about Crossfire. If you see me wear that sweatshirt all the time, and there's a reason I wear that sweatshirt on the channel in a lot of my videos, is because this is what most of us love in the community. ELRS, they just tested it out to 100 miles, and guys are hot on that, but it still causes me headaches and stuff. So if it causes me headaches, it causes other people headaches too. That's totally up to you. If you like to tinker, do ELRS.
Now you do have to plug in that module and update it every once in a while, but then it updates the receivers automatically. You don't have to go through some rigmarole to update them separately.
Yeah, I haven't plugged in into TBS Agent in probably 2 years.
Yeah, they haven't updated their firmware for quite some time.
Yeah, it's perfect. Like sometimes if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? I'm hoping that they have a Tango 3 coming out. Casey says he lives right next to a police station and the city hall. That's why you want to be quiet, dude.
And what's going on? Oh, I didn't see that comment.
Casey just had to make friends with the judge. Make friends with the judge, and now I'm not going to harass you for flying your little hex-up rotor.
Yeah, there you go. Go buy some drinks. Go find the judge. Buy him some drinks.
Yeah, buy him a drink. Buy him around.
You'll be good.
And depending on what state he is, you can buy him something else. Probably has drug tests. Your Tango 2 Pro just sits. Eagle Eye, send it to me. I left mine on my Prius dashboard, and it's somewhere on the side of the road in Oregon, unfortunately. My most missed radio. I've been begging for one, and nobody sent me into one.
So let's see. Mesa FPV has a question. I don't know anything about this, but maybe you do. There's a new update for the Mini 2 drone. Is there a problem with that? The Mini 2 drone remote. There's some kind of problem going on with that.
I haven't heard about that for the Mini 2. I did hear about the problem with the RC Link for 03, but that was about a month ago. They updated it since then. They said they fixed it, which was a problem with the 03. When the 03 overheats and the video stops, the RC link would drop for 5 seconds. That's a long time. That's drone on the ground, unless you're 11,000 feet. Hit me up by email. I'll pay you for it, Eagle. We'll make a trade. What do you need?
Barter
So
is the best way.
across the bottom of the screen, guys, you can see we're looking more professional these days. I have the Patreon down there for that link. I have buymeacoffee.com now, which is buymeacoffee.com/dronecamps. I have our website there and our Discord. You can find all these links down in the video description, by the way, so you can connect with the community on all the levels. And Buy Me a Coffee is essentially for guys who don't want to be a Patreon, that just you want to do a one-time donation. I would super appreciate that because right now my account is at $0, so I haven't got a single donation yet. That sucks because we're doing a lot of work for the channel. So Luis, let's look through the chat real quick and see if we have any more questions in here. You see any new stuff here? Movies in motion.
Let's
Gep
see
RC
here.
bind to the goggles V2. The Gep RC 20. You mean the Cinelog 20? If you have the Cadex version with the older firmware, it will. If you have updated that Cadex version firmware, it will not. And Barbara just recently did a video on not being able to bind the V2 goggles to a Cadex Vista. I haven't watched that video, but I believe he's probably speaking on rolling back and how to roll back the firmware. Because before DJI wasn't allowing you to do that to get be hacked, and now they're allowing you to, so you can roll back. But I thought you could always roll back in the DJI system.
Yeah, I saw that video also. Was that rolling back the firmware for the air unit, or for the Vista, or for the goggles?
I think it was a Cadex.
For the Vista, Vista,
Cadex unit, yeah.
the unit.
Cadex
VPX.
Vista.
I'm not totally like up to speed still on the DJI thing because I haven't been using it just yet. So I'm trying to keep up to date on the DJI stuff, but since it's not in my face every day, I have a hard time like following it all.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Sky High says, can we post the actual links so I can screenshot them on my PC? He's on his phone. Yeah, just screenshot this screen right here. It has all the web addresses for everything right here, excluding Discord. But that is...
Oh, he wants actual links to be able to click on, I think, right? Or no?
Oh yeah, we could probably post those in the text chat if you want. Maybe some guys can do that for me. Somebody with a keyboard.
I'll do that right now. Just give me a second.
Steve Soretta said he just got the Evoke a month ago and had the problem. So you had to roll it back, Steve, with your Vista. I wish he'd update those goggles to be just work. You know, I don't know what the deal is. Oh, cool. Sky High's got it going. Sweet, yeah, that's Luis just posted our permanent Discord link right there, so that's not going to expire. Log into Discord first, and then click that link, because otherwise it will just bring you to the login screen. Once you're logged in, it'll take you straight through to the channel, and you'll see all the channels. So join us over in Discord. Just going to check the Discord screen real quick, see what kind of activity's going on there. You guys posting some pictures. Let's see here. Any ideas on how to mount the rush tank into the plane? But it's for DJI Vista, I believe. It's any adapters. Is there adapters? So if we have any final questions for Q&A, we're going to move on today. We have a lot to talk about. We have some crazy stuff to talk about in the FPV news. So before we get into FPV news, we're going to talk about simulators, guys. We haven't talked about simulators this year, but I wanted to give you guys kind of an update where we are with simulators. So you know what to use, what to download if you're brand new, you're just getting into this. We just did a poll, and right now we have, let's check it, let's refresh the page and see where we're at. So currently 125 votes from the Drone Camps FPV community, and it looks like the #1 simulator out there right now, let's go ahead and check it, it's Liftoff. So the community's voted for Liftoff as their favorite FPV simulator. And I think that's for reasons that it feels right for freestyle, some racing. But I think this one's more for a freestyle simulator. But it has some of the models from actual manufacturers in there, which I think is also super cool for people. It's not just some random 3D, weird FPV drone. And there's also Velocidrone came in second with 19%. But Liftoff's got 60% of the votes. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good poll. And if you don't really know the difference between the two guys, Liftoff is kind of the best general one out there. And I've people have asked me this for years, like, what's your favorite drone simulator? And I always say Liftoff. Luis, what's your favorite?
My favorite is Liftoff. Although I don't do a lot of simming, I've tried most of them, and Liftoff is my favorite.
Okay. And Liftoff also is available on console with PlayStation 4, not the 5 yet, but no one can buy a 5 right now, so and the Xbox One. That's kind of cool. But you can also plug in your controller, and if you have an audio in or a video in, you can also use goggles, or you can just look at your computer screen. But that's pretty cool. So Liftoff is kind of the community favorite, and I see why. I think it's had the most work put into it. Now, as far as the other ones out there, Velocidrone, that one's pretty much for multi-GP racers that want to practice when they're not, doing practice laps in real life. This one's probably the fastest. It's not designed to be super flashy and beautiful, like Uncrashed. That's another simulator. But this one, the frame rate's really good on this one, so it feels like you're flying like real life in your goggles as far as how fast this one works.
Yeah, I think they've spent a lot of time on the physics in Velocidrone.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's super fast, and so if you want to learn how to FPV race, we recommend this one for guys that want to race. If you want to do freestyle, hop into Liftoff. They give you a bunch of different types of courses that you can do or places you can fly, and they also have a micro version, so you can fly sort of these VR indoor spaces, which is cool. It'd be cool one of these days if you could do augmented reality FPV flying in your house. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, that would be interesting.
That would be pretty cool. I don't know how the hell they would do that, but
yeah,
I'm sure.
I'm trying to think about how you could do that or how they would do it, but yeah, if they could figure that out, that'd be kind of interesting.
We need to ask Elon Musk to do that for us.
I mean, you could walk around your house and you like if you have an iPhone or whatever, like scan your house and then bring that into
Yeah.
the simulator or something like that.
That's so that Amazon.com knows all of your household items and what to advertise to you next.
Exactly.
Um, they also have
Steve,
it for drone racing on the console as well, like we mentioned before. And they also have an academy, the Liftoff Academy. So for professional drone applications, rescue missions, security, that's pretty neat. So simulated rescue
yeah, I didn't even
missions.
realize that. I've never even checked out that part of Liftoff. I didn't
Yeah,
realize they
this is
had
good
that.
information. Just recently, I was talking to somebody who's in security about search and rescue, and he was trying to get me to come join uh, their group for some search and rescue stuff. I'm not sure I have time for that.
I've wondered about how to get into doing some search and rescue. That'd be kind of interesting to do.
Yeah, if you want some information, I could probably I can get that for you locally.
Yeah, maybe do that.
Yeah, Uncrashed is not on our poll list. I'm sorry I didn't add that one on there. Um, we had some comments below that somebody said that Uncrashed was his favorite. Um, so unfortunately, that one didn't make it, but I think it would be somewhere around the percentage, maybe under Velocidrone, in between DRL and Velocidrone.
Yeah, and there's that trip. I think it was. I think I saw there in the comments you were
Oh yeah,
scrolling through in the poll. I think it's
it's
a trip. I tried that, but I can't remember.
Trip FPV.
Can't remember what I thought about it. I'm not big on simulators. I'm not big on gaming at all. Like I used to play games a lot, but
Yeah.
I quit gaming a long time ago. Okay, I just can't get into it anymore for some reason.
Well, I used to tell people that don't play games that don't make me money.
Don't play games that don't make you money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because I also my previous job was virtual merchandising. Um,
like selling stuff in video games. So we're talking about like merchandise, virtual merchandise.
I would create objects in 3D
Yeah,
and sell the object file.
I got you. Yeah,
So it's a digital download, making money while asleep.
like s- skins and stuff like that.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah. Um, but that was before drone camps. So that's pretty interesting, that poll. What we have here. Yeah, it's exactly as I guessed it would be. I figured Liftoff would win. So if you're looking for a good FPV simulator right now, check out Liftoff. That's what I'd start with, and then go from there. Try the other ones. Try them all. It's up to you, really, what you like. Different guys like different things.
I kind of like the Tiny Whoop Ghost Simulator. It's for what it is. It's pretty cool.
I've never tried that one. Is that one cool?
It's yeah, but it's it's all Tiny Whoop centric.
Tiny Hawk Go.
No, Tiny Whoop, Tiny Whoop.
Oh, Tiny Whoop.
Yeah, it's Tiny Whoops. You had it
Right.
there on the
Yeah, I have it right on the poll. I forgot.
but
Whooping. Let's
it's
see.
totally free, and it's but it's for flying Tiny Whoops, and they do like races and stuff like that.
All right,
So
there
it's
it
kind of
is.
like
Right on Jesse Perkins' website. There's your virtual sticks, guys. Got your virtual. That's pretty cool. Little digital scale. Maybe you can make a 19 gram, 18-gram whoop digitally and then fly it. There we go. I don't know if it's lagging on the stream, but that looks like a pretty good frame rate. Looks pretty smooth. A little bit of motion blur to it.
yeah, it looks better on the stream than it does coming to my your link coming to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a cool
Playground.
little. It's a cool one for tiny whoops. That's all they do though.
That's pretty cool. You can put down race cones.
Yeah, they've done it. They've put a lot of work into it.
That's a really nice simulator. And see, I miss out on stuff like this, guys, because I just don't have time to do this kind of stuff. With having 4 kids and a YouTube channel and a full-time girlfriend.
Yeah, that'll eat up your time. All
But
those
but
things.
Tiny Whoop Go, that one's pretty cool. So check them all out. But our best simulator right now is Liftoff. And let's just jump in. Let's jump into the FPV news, guys. We got to get going here today. Um, Apparently, DJI has released a new drone. Do you guys hear about that? There's a brand new DJI drone on the block, and they're really trying to get their aerial photography drones, video drones, like cheap as possible. They want to win that price point for the best, cheapest aerial videography drone. And the Mini's been killing it with that. People are buying used ones for less than $300. Uh, the Mini SE, super popular. I have the Mini 3 Pro and I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite portable drones. I took it to France. But the Mini 2 SE was supposed to come out. And it was released a couple days ago on dronedj.com. And for some reason, it's now not on the DJI.com website. So there it is. There's a picture of it. Mini 2 SE. And if you go on Google Images, I did a search for this, Luis, and like the image comes up on DJI's website, link to their website. And then when you click on it, it says 404.
It's not there.
Yeah, it's not there.
Down. Yeah, it starts selling March 22nd, 2023.
March 22nd. What it seems like they had it up and then they took it down. Maybe they just weren't ready to ship yet.
Well, maybe they just didn't want to. Maybe they weren't meaning to let people know just yet.
Yeah, sometimes
DJI does weird stuff.
Yeah, and then if we talk about it, then they get mad at us.
Yeah, I just did a search, and a search comes up saying, "Oh, come look at the DJI Mini SE2. Make your moments fly" on DJI's website, and it's a 404.
I mean, see right here, you can see an example of it.
Yeah.
Here's the DJI Mini 2 SE search. First thing that comes up is DP review. Second one up is DJI's website. Watch out, happens when you click on it. It actually goes to an address and then it jumps back to a 404.
Yeah, maybe.
You can see it start to load, and it actually, if you stop this stream later and you go back and you'll see, and then it goes back to the main page. But yeah, one day ago, maybe it was accidentally leaked, and then Drone DJ and everybody else, DP review, caught onto it. So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, they might not have meant to publish that web page just yet.
Whoops! I wish they'd have done that for a new FPV drone.
But I feel like DJI does that kind of stuff on purpose, just to get people talking. Like that. What are we doing? We're talking about it.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's their secret marketing tactic.
So I wonder how many of you guys out there bought the Defender 25. Just kind of in the chat, if you bought one, let us know if you bought this drone. I did a review on this one this week, and the first thing I did was take it to a playground for an old school FPV freestyle drone camps review, and I broke it.
You broke a prop guard?
Prop guards. But that's a nice looking drone, right?
I like the way it looks.
Me too. I think it's super cool.
The only thing I don't like about it is that battery situation.
Yeah, and the reason that we're talking about this right now is because we have some news for guys that bought one of these that don't want to be stuck to this kind of. It's not a proprietary. Well, kind of is. Um, you can use another battery. You just have to figure out a way to put it on there. Um, and this is the battery. I don't like these because you can't. There's no way to tell if this battery is starting to swell. Like if it's summertime and you overflew this pack and it's starting to swell and get pissed off, you have no clue. Um,
You think that plastic would bend out at all?
I don't know if this plastic will start to show that it's bowing, but by that point, man, you got a big problem. That's a
Can you
safety
get
hazard.
can you get into that thing? Is there like a
You
screws or
can.
something, or is it
So if you look
glue?
at it really
You can.
close, there's 4 screws on the bottom. Come on, camera,
Okay.
focus. It's not going to focus. Um, but there is 4 screw holes here, so we can take this off and we can get inside here. But then you're going to probably have some type of wire harness right here where the balance board is here.
I'm curious whether or not they have like a protection board inside of that thing to kill, to shut the battery down. Good
That I don't
question.
know, but it does have an anti-spark filter built into the drone as well, which is kind of cool right here. So there's a piece of hardware underneath this XT30, and there's a board just under here that's an anti-spark filter. Yeah, at some point you'll know
Yeah.
if it.
That's
Um, so cool thing about that is that someone I have broke out my 3D printer yesterday because I saw that someone in the Discord posted a link to a video where a guy had printed a tray that would house any LiPo battery. And iFlight in the box, they give you this extension XT30 cable so that you can extend it off the back. So what they did was they have a few different versions of this. I like the one that I found on Thingiverse better than the one I saw on our Discord. That's another reason why you should get into our Discord, because you see cool stuff like this before anyone else. These guys are sharing stuff up to the minute in there. I like this one. Put any LiPo in there. It has a little top on it, and it snaps right into the drone.
Oh, it's using the original tray.
It's using the original trade
Huh.
clip
Interesting.
setup. So,
That's cool. That's a whole lot of additional weight, though. You don't need.
well, you can get different size ones.
Okay.
You can get smaller ones, you can get taller ones, so accommodate 850. I think this guy has 4 different sizes on his link. And I wanted to download one of these and have an example for you guys today, but last night it was late and I was trying to balance my 3D printer uh, and I couldn't get it balanced tonight, so I was like, screw this, I'm going to bed. But that's pretty cool. So guys that bought this one, you have one on order. If you have a 3D printer, go ahead and get your cases built and printed. That'll be really great for people that want to use a non-proprietary battery and be able to tell if your battery's getting jacked or not. I think that's like super important.
Those clips that the battery clips onto,
Yeah,
those things come off, right? On the
they do.
actual, not on the actual, not this thing, but
Yeah, the drone itself.
the drone itself.
There's 2 screws
I,
right here, and you can take those off.
yeah.
But the
I
problem
think it'd
is
be.
there's no place to, unless there's a hole underneath here, and I can't remember if there is or not. Um, you could possibly run a strap underneath there if there was a hole underneath these 2 posts.
See,
And
I
it
think it'd be
looks,
cool I think it'd be cool if somebody made something like take those things off and then make a 3D print to bolt onto those holes that you can then put a strap on
yeah,
to minimize weight, to get the weight down.
yeah, that would be a nice little reduction in weight. I'm sure a strap is lighter than these 2 posts. But the reason that they made these posts was so that the battery doesn't fly off when you crash,
Yeah.
unlike the DJI Avata.
The battery didn't pop off on you when you crashed
With this,
on that. Yeah, no, it was just it
oh,
was
when I
not that
bounced
good.
on I power looped it into a playground set, and the battery stayed on.
Nice.
So these work. These have been tested. They work. And I crashed this a bunch of times. My first 5 crashes with it, I didn't break the prop guards. Um, but eventually, I did. But I mean, it was like the worst crash. You're gonna break stuff in a playground, and like
Yeah.
they're notorious. Like you will break the Cinelog 20 prop guards in a playground. Um, I have an example here of just the plate itself, the prop guards itself. Like to me, if you guys look really close at this plastic, this is not the same type of plastic that DJI uses for the Avata. I wish it was. I don't know what kind of plastic this is, but if you listen to it,
You, it's high. It's kind of like high pitched. Like it sounds like it could be
it's
brittle.
it's brittle. Like
Yeah.
if I was to squeeze it hard, it would crack. I guarantee it would crack. And it looks to be about 1 mil. And someone else that posted their review, I don't know if
What?
it's MadTech, somebody that they had LEDs down in here. I saw, and mine didn't come with any LEDs, so I don't know if mine was like a prototype, but mine has nothing underneath there. So if
What they
anybody
need
has
to
a
do.
retail one that has LEDs, let me know.
What they should do is get with like GemFan or HQ or whatever, and make
Yeah,
a frame like that out of propeller material because that stuff doesn't crack. That stuff just lasts forever. It seems like it's resilient. Or get with Foxeer and find out what they put on their Fox Swoop.
whatever that material is bomber
It's
tough.
yeah, it's strong. I mean, I don't I've always wondered why a manufacturer hasn't used prop material to make a frame like that.
Maybe weight, because I
Weight
think that type
maybe
of plastic,
is heavier.
yeah, but it's super light. I mean, this might be what they had to do to get this quad under 250 grams at
Probably,
this
yeah,
size.
probably.
And I think that's the engineering issue there. Is what could we use to get this drone under 250 grams, make it fly great, not too deep so that it doesn't have a ton of washout. Also protect the O3 air unit in the bottom and not use any TPU on this drone so it looks nice. Uh, so this is one of the first Cinewhoops that does not use any TPU in this entire design. So as far as the manufacturing standpoint, iFlight has some of uh, the most custom, nicest. Like they use molds. They don't 3D print stuff in a factory with a bunch of printers. This is injection molded. Even this top plate right here is like uh, composite carbon, and we haven't really seen this used either. So this is super cool stuff here. Composite carbon.
Like like chopped carbon type stuff.
Well, you can see layers in the side, which is pretty interesting as well. Like just like carbon fiber, you can see layers here. But on the top, it has like a smooth like sheet that's somehow carbon composite. So it's like powdered carbon um, without being threaded. Like
Oh,
normally we see like strips. If you look at carbon fiber, it's
yeah,
all you can see the
like a
thread.
weave. You can see the weave.
Yeah, you can see the weave, and this is just straight up like a powder form that's been molded into a top layer, and then underneath that is probably where you have your standard carbon fiber. So they covered up the carbon fiber to make it look nicer with a carbon composite uh, top layer, which is really cool. Oh,
That is pretty cool.
mana.
Mana,
That's not good.
mana, Phenomena.
Phenomena.
Phenomena. For some reason, that reminds me of some song. I can't think of it
Sesame
now
Street.
though. Phenomena.
Phenomena.
Is that what that's from?
Mm-hmm. Do do do
Do
do
do
do.
do.
There you go.
Yeah, that one. Exactly that one. That one
Take
exactly.
a hit.
Phenomena.
Phenomena.
Uh,
I show that to my kids. They love that. I think I had them listening to that when they were like 2. I'd walk around the house saying that. Oh, it's Muppets. Phenomena. So with these batteries, you also get a little XT30 cover for both of them. That's kind of cool. I use these a lot, and this helps me know
oh,
which one was flown.
uh, actually, Phenomena says that's from the Muppets.
Yeah, Phenomena.
What about Fraggle Rock? Remember Fraggle Rock?
Oh yeah, I'm all about Fraggle Rock. Used to watch that religiously. I
Yeah,
was lucky
same
at the
here.
time. My parents had HBO. You had to be rich
Yeah.
to see Fraggle Rock.
My grandma had HBO. We didn't have HBO, but I'd watch it at my grandma's house.
Only rich kids back then had HBO and Disney. We never had both.
Yeah. My wife, she's always I'll be like, "Did you watch this when you were a kid?" She's like, "No, I didn't have HBO." She like gets all mad at me about it. Like,
My girlfriend's dad's a doctor uh, at MD in Sacramento, California. And growing up, they didn't have cable. They just had antenna TV. He's a doctor.
some people don't like cable.
He could afford it.
I'm sure he could.
Come on.
He
My
didn't want to
granddad,
he
uh,
didn't want to expose himself.
my granddaddy Hal here, over in that corner on the right hand side of the screen right here, uh, we had a TV there and we had a VCR player and we had cable TV. I watched MTV when the first day it was on.
I saw MTV the very first day it was on. That was I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Never thought it was gonna be what it was. But
And
it was cool.
I don't remember the first video, but people say it was like video killed the radio star.
Yeah,
It's
that's what
pretty
they
cool.
say.
Now MP3 killed the TV star, and then Spotify killed everybody.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hey, Napster killed the radio star.
Uh, so speaking of people taking over people, in other news, on the drone defense website, they released a new product in the UK that is now recently approved by the FAA. Apparently, maybe coming to the US. The Arrow Ping looks like you charge it and stick it, lick it and stick it.
Lick it
So
and stick it.
remote ID now on any drone coming to a neighborhood near you.
And it's supposed to be. Is that the one that's supposed to be really tiny? It's like 16 millimeters, something or other. Like
I
really lightweight.
I honestly haven't seen this one before, but it looks like what it looks like. They have a USB-C port on it that you can charge it up, and it has buttons on the far right hand side, and it has settings. So apparently it absolutely works with an app. So it probably hooks to your phone. That's the way they track you, and then it somehow is able to set up by the phone, um, and then it has a downlink to the unit. So save your settings and then go fly. Um, Metallica killed Napster.
Yeah,
LOL.
I just saw that.
Yeah, they did. Lars, greedy man. So it's funny.
Is
This
this
picture
one
here
using?
shows. Oh, what's that?
Is this using Wi-Fi or is this using BLE or?
Um, I don't think this is Wi-Fi. I think this is just a. I think it's just a. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll be right back.
It's definitely not Bluetooth.
I gotta take a leak, everybody. I'll be right back.
All right. So I don't know what the cost on this is yet. They didn't say they didn't give us any information on the website about how much this costs. But they do say it's it's going to be available. So guys that want to get one of these, should be electronically conspicuous within 2 years. I don't know. Who's going to run one? Sky Media asks, is it going to hook up to your RX? From what I see so far, what it's going to do is it has an interface and an app on your phone. You'll be able to save the settings wirelessly with Bluetooth. It may have Wi-Fi on there. It does not say on the website. That's so annoying that they don't list how. But it does say it will have sensors for position, altitude, temperature, pressure, speed, and direction. And it can be accessed in real time by drone flyers and any relevant authorities with the necessary permissions through our Aero Tracker platform. I'm not going to get into this. But yeah, so that's what Aeroping's doing, or drone defense. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. So you may have seen this week, it's all over the internet. If you're into drones and you haven't seen this, you might be living under a rock, because pretty much everybody and their dog is talking about these propellers from MIT, and this is the actual MIT PDF for the Toroidal Propeller Challenge. They're challenging people to make their own toroidal propellers for drones, quadcopters, and test them and see who can get the quietest one. Various service package delivery, because obviously if you have a drone coming into your yard, you don't want it to be sounding like a pack of hornets over your head. You want it to be quiet as possible so it doesn't disturb people. But I kind of get excited when I hear that UPS truck coming down the street. So if I could hear a big drone over my house indoors, I'd be fine with that, because I know my package was coming. If the thing's quiet, it's sitting out in my yard, and someone steals it. Well, what the hell? I think they should make the opposite. They should make noisy props so we know that our Amazon's in the yard. Am I right? Who wants a stealth drone delivery? And your box is in the yard for 3 days getting rained on.
What are you talking about? The toroidal propellers?
Yeah, the toroidal. We're talking about the toroidal propellers. From what I saw, people on YouTube, some people tested them. Some people got pretty good results. Other people said it was a giant joke, that MIT is like playing a trick on everybody and getting people to do a ridiculous challenge, because these propellers do look ridiculous. And I want to say, like, a certain manufacturer came out with a set of these. Maybe it was HQ or Gemfan. Does anybody know which manufacturer came out with these props?
Yeah, I've never seen anything never saw anything like these.
They also have boat propellers that look like these.
Yeah, that have been around for years.
Yeah. I've seen those out in Cape Hatteras in North Carolina on skiffs.
What I don't understand is how they got some kind of, like, award saying that they came up with some new idea when it's the same idea from boat propellers. It's not some new idea. It's been around for a long time.
Maybe they developed a boat propeller toroidal for boats first.
Well, yeah, they did.
But I'm not sure I'm
There's
sold on these yet.
and they're heavy. Like they're going to be a lot heavier, so getting
Yeah,
them to
they're
spin
gonna
up and
they're gonna have more
stuff
weight.
it.
I'm definitely not putting these on my 7 inch.
Oh, come on.
I want a 10 inch with these.
uh, the oh, I looked up the remote ID that I was talking about. That's really small and lightweight is from Drone Tag. They just came out with one.
Okay,
It's like 16 millimeters by 20 millimeters, I think it was, if I can
drone
remember.
tag.
It's tiny. It's the size of a quarter, basically,
That would be better.
and it's using like it's from some Czech from the from Czechoslovakia. Um,
CZ website. Drone tag. 32 grams.
0.89 inches, 0.89 inches by 0.63 inches. So it's pretty small.
I got the website up now. So they have a drone tag DRI, professional remote ID, 32 grams, €299. Whoa.
Here, go the one that I'm talking about is $49.
Okay. Let's see.
Um,
The
see if
smallest one. That was professional.
that
Okay, there we go.
that one.
Well, that's not €49. That's €49. So right now the euro's, I think, actually less than the US dollar. So it may be cheaper than
Yeah,
49.
apparently they're pricing it the same, $49 or 49 euros.
Yeah. That's pretty tiny though. I think this one's probably going to be more popular. You guys should be able to wire that up. And there's an example. I actually have seen this one in the news this week. That's pretty cool. You can see it's like it's smaller than €1. 16 millimeters by 22.5 millimeters.
Yeah, I saw that on JB's news.
That's pretty cool. Nice. I like that one a lot better than the other one. What was that? The arrow tag. And let's see. Let's check on our poll again and see where we're at on our poll. About an hour ago, we had 129 votes, and right now we're up to 147 votes, 56% liftoff for the most popular 2023 FPV simulator. Yeah, Manamana, we're doing good, bro. Hanging in there one day at a time. Get busy, Manamana. So it wouldn't be FPV news, guys, without some FPV news for idiots.
Yeah.
Last week we had the most paranoid article about how to avoid drone surveillance, and this article was hilarious. I should bookmark that article so I could just show it on every stream. Like Bot Grinder would lose it if he saw that article. It was talking about walking down the road with an umbrella. So just in case there might be a drone spying on you somewhere, that you have protection. I mean, FFS. Give me a break.
Hold on a second here. All right, I was just replying to somebody on the chat.
So Luisa and I talked about this one earlier before the live stream, and this is pretty freaking hilarious, but not hilarious. Stupid. So the WTF Drone News for Idiots this week is the article goes to a 50-year-old man interfering with airport activity in Dublin. And he was arrested for flying his drone and interfering with air traffic right at the airport in the airport property. So I haven't seen this happen yet in almost 10 years of drone flying experience. And his name is Eric Brills. Congratulations, Eric Brills of Hollywell Dale Swords County, Dublin. He was in district court on Friday, charged under the Air Navigation and Transportation Act for interfering with the safety of an aircraft in flight by operating a drone in the airport's 300-meter critical area.
Yeah, it's a brainiac.
Drone
He's a
Idiot
brainiac.
Award for 2023 goes to Eric Brills. Congratulations, Eric. And what was really great about this article, guys, we got to show you this, is that they also have video surveillance of this guy. And he was running from security and jumps a fence and falls down. And falls over his garden fence. Like, let me refresh this page.
And it looks like his remote and his phone like fell to the ground and came apart. Basically, it's
oh my god!
Funny.
And so apparently, the airport was flights were suspended for 90 minutes. And it says, oh my god, bro. This is so stupid. It also says in that article that the offense can carry a life imprisonment penalty with no provision for a suspended sentence or probation.
Wow, that's kind of crazy. Life for flying around an airport? That's pretty crazy. I don't think I'd be want to mess around with that one.
Whoa. Ireland does not play around. If you own a drone in Ireland, you stay your ass away from the airport or carry an umbrella.
Or carry an umbrella.
I suggest carry an umbrella. So this guy, here he is. He's running from security. There he is. Boom, on the fence, falls down flat on his face. Right over the garden fence. What an idiot. Just lays there like a zombie. Now he's back alive. He's on the run.
I know what. I didn't read the
and he was charged
article,
for drugs.
Yeah, drug possession of some sort.
What?
Yeah.
Dumbass. Wow.
That right there, that fall is pretty funny though.
Dude, that is like, let's watch that one more time. There he goes. He's climbing over the fence. He's getting away. The guy's in the front yard with a dog looking for him. Flat on his back.
There goes remote and his phone.
Oh my god. Hey, he was probably flying a DJI, I'm guessing. This is not one of our FPV guys. These guys are too smart for that. If you know how to build your own drone, you're not doing stuff like this. Let's just give our community some defense, right? That is not a smart guy. Man, Eric. You're killing me, Eric. My old boss used to say, y'all goddamn killing me. Well, we weren't making him money. We were standing around screwing him off. So there's another article that we that we have, but Eric provided our laughs and entertainment for this week in our WTF Drone News for Idiots. We're gonna have a couple articles for Drone News for Idiots every week now on the stream. So around the end of the stream, you're gonna see Drone News for Idiots. This article came out years ago, but I love this one. Man casually relaxes in a drone suspended hammock, floating in the sky as onlookers cheer him on. No, this dude right here. Check out my man hanging in a hammock underneath this monster drone. What?
Is that like what do you think that is? Like 12-inch hex or something?
Do you think he's sending like tweets up there?
Yeah, I don't know what I would be doing if I would not be sending tweets.
I wouldn't be sitting in the hammock.
I'd be holding my nuts the whole time.
You wouldn't see drone camps in that hammock. That's a death hammock.
over the power lines like that, that's yeah, I'd be okay. I'm okay with that. I don't need to do that.
Terrifying. Like I from that second picture right there, I thought he got trapped in the power lines and like had a crash and
Yeah, that's what I what that
got
when you first said
electrocuted.
this, that was the image that I saw when you first started talking to me about that. That one where over the power. I'm like, wait, is that guy in the power lines? Like that doesn't. Yeah,
Dude,
I don't want to do that.
this guy right here. Um, I don't know. He may be Eric. Maybe not. This is flirting with death right here. This is like a Darwin Award waiting to happen. And check this guy out. God, look at my man.
And he's even has like a like a wind anemometer anemometer on there
Oh yeah,
and a wind direction thing on the hammock. That's hilarious.
this dude right here,
Uh, that's
bro.
hilarious.
What are you doing?
I wonder he's not flying it, right? Somebody else is flying it, I'm assuming.
Damn, bro.
That's hilarious.
How to possibly die in 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Get in a drone hammock.
Where was that? Do you know where that was?
Um, that's a good question. You know, things like that happen in like places like Australia or New Zealand. I feel like. Oh wow.
What?
Oh no, that's not it. It doesn't say where.
Where that was located?
Oh my God. Okay, this makes sense. All right. This man was flying in the state of. Oh no, maybe it's a country of Georgia. They do crazy stuff like that over there. If that's the state of Georgia, I don't know. Is there a Kashari, Georgia? I doubt it. I think they're
Yeah, no,
talking about the country.
yeah, that country, I think.
Rednecks are not going to allow a town to be named Kashuri.
Okay.
It's not going to happen. They're like, nope, that's too foreign for me. We ain't naming that town Kashuri. That sounds like some kind of foreign name. That's how you say foreign in Southern, by the way. Foreign.
Fern?
Foreign. You's a foreigner, ain't you? I can tell you ain't from around these parts.
Isn't there a Lebanon or something like that in the South?
Oh, there is a Lebanon, Georgia, I think.
I don't know if it's in Georgia, but somewhere in the South, maybe in Georgia. I don't know.
Rednecks get nervous about foreign stuff.
Yeah, the hammock thing, that's pretty funny.
I can joke about rednecks because I'm from North Carolina, so screw y'all. But this dude in a hammock, come on. If you guys have any links, Luis, why don't you drop that Discord link down there? Man, we need to get you guys into the Discord this week and get some chats going. We should do that. Drop that down there for them. Also, guys, like my Buy Me a Coffee account is at 0. Like, so sad. We're doing a ton of media. We have a ton of supporters. We have a super active Drone Camps FPV community right now. But this page is right here, guys. Check this out. So this is Drone Camps. Buy me a coffee. You can buy me 1 coffee, 3 coffees, 5 coffees, 10 coffees, whatever you want. But if you appreciate what we do here, all the media that we're releasing each week, this is the kind of thing that can like buy my son and daughter and I like a slice of pizza or something. So you might buy us lunch for the afternoon or even a cup of coffee, whatever. If you're
Speaking
a
about
nice
lunch,
human, you should do that.
speaking about lunch, I'm just letting you know I got to leave in a few minutes here because I've got to go make lunch.
Okay. But that is the link for buymeacoffee.com/dronecamps. I'm trying to make all these links as simple as possible. Same thing with the Patreon, just patreon.com/dronecamps. You want to become a Patreon, you enjoy the content, and you watch it regularly, you should be a Patreon. That's a great way to get involved. Luis, I've been talking to Luis as well. He has been our administrator and moderator in Discord, and he needs to have a Patreon as well. And he's already helped a ton of you guys with tech support. I think you even talked to somebody on the phone, Luis, right?
I've had a few live chats so far with a
Straight
few
like
people.
live stream with somebody, like a Zoom.
Discording, like through the Discord, just doing the live chat
Oh yeah,
in the
super
Discord.
nice, super nice.
Uh, been helping out a couple people, which is fun. I enjoy helping people because I end up learning more stuff. The more people I help, the more I learn, which I
Yeah,
like.
it's super fun to be able um, to help people in real time, like any time of day. And this thing is like 24 hours a day. Um, and it's not censored either. So if you're a young person, we're talking about all kinds of stuff in there. It is kind of an adult server, but it's not moderated like that. People pretty much say whatever they want in there. So if you're a parent and you have your kid joining the drone camps Discord server, be aware.
But it
It's a
doesn't get
server,
too crazy in there, but it can.
and I'm pretty sure it's 100% male.
I think so.
I think we have one username in there that was like something girl, but it's probably a guy.
Who knows? Who knows?
I think.
I mean, I think the FPV drone community is like 99.9% male for the most part.
Yeah, we're also coming up on 500 members in the Discord, so the Discord's growing. We're fast approaching that landmark for Discord, and we recently just started getting serious about it. Uh, and I actually love it a lot. Like I didn't like it as much before. I wasn't that into it. I was barely ever in there, but now we have it super organized. Like we actually have different channels, and we're adding to these text channels. So if there's a certain subject involving drones that you want to see in there or FPV, let me know, and I'll consider adding that channel. Um, I almost think, Luis, we should have like a dedicated channel for radios.
Yeah, probably that'd be good.
We could do because there's a lot of stuff involving radios. That's its own category, really.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of topics, channel topics we could add. I think, which would be good, just to make it a little more easier to be able to figure out where to go to get some help there,
Yeah,
or just to talk about. Like, say if you're into Cinewhoops, like a Cinewhoop channel that has all people talking about Cinewhoops
like
or
Cinewhoops,
tiny
Edge
whoops or
TX.
5 inch or radios, HTX. Yeah, there's a whole lot of things we could do in there.
Um, Also, guys, this week we added phone consulting. So if you're brand new and you want to get some consulting on which drone to buy, make sure to click on this link right here. It'll take you to a buy page for 20 USD. You can get phone consulting service with myself. I will put you in the loop with what you need to buy first. Or if you want to know which 7 inch and talk about it. And if you want to know the difference between something like the Recon 7 and the Chimera 7 Pro V2, we can talk about that. 20 minutes for $20, like about the same price as you would some of the other YouTubers. They offer the same type of service, but if you want to talk to me on the phone for a 20-minute spot, I will make time to do that for you. That's a new service this week, and new articles are coming out almost on the daily. You can get on the email list to find out when these new articles come out. And a lot of times I've written them and scheduled them to post around the same time that a brand new review comes out. So the day that the Defender 25 dropped, an article with further information also dropped at the same time. So you can click on that. I made it so that it was dark mode as well, so you don't wake up your girlfriend or wife. And there's a mobile version of this and a web browser version for all browsers. and we have the video in there and more information and our affiliate links. So if you want to learn a little bit more than just what the video shows, this is just kind of a lot of times my afterthoughts after I've already done a review. Maybe some information in these articles that I forgot to include in the video. So that's super cool for people. And there's other tutorials in here. It looks like I have to fix the quad shop. Is like underneath the article somehow shifted. This is 60 plus essential FPV tools. There's a shopping list that you guys can go to, and I have links in here for everything. So this is one of the largest. Actually, I think it is the largest FPV tools shopping list out there right now on the planet. And I included links not just to Banggood, but also now Get FPV. So sometimes Get FPV can be more expensive, but that's going to be a domestic shop that you can buy from. So if you need a link, please do ask me for a link, and I might be able to get you a discount, and you guys could give us a kickback for buying anything brand new from Get FPV.
I think what you need to do is in the Discord, set up a channel.
Yeah.
That where you post your discount links for affiliate links or whatever, and discount codes.
That's a good idea.
Where nobody can make comments on it, just where you post those links, and that's it.
That's a good idea. Post all of our links, so that we can keep this channel going, guys. Because this is my day job. It's crazy. This list has lipo safe bags in there. It has all the different types of snips and charger leads, 3M VHB tape we talk about, super important, and even some stuff you probably didn't realize was a tool for FPV. Blintner Derm surgical tape, that's great on the FPV wings. Even something like anti-static tweezers. There's a difference between like standard tweezers and anti-static tweezers. So if you're touching your board, you don't accidentally fry it. But my number one rule of touching any drone while it's plugged in. A lot of people are binding receivers. We had one guy killing a DJI 03 in the Discord this week. Luis, he used a paper clip to try to bind it, and his 03 stopped working. So do not try to use a paper clip to bind your 03. Use a bamboo skewer.
You can definitely fry stuff that way.
Yeah, that would suck to fry an 03.
That would really suck. I'd be pretty bummed.
Because his was a Defender, and if you look at the Defender, I almost took a pair of snips to this frame, but I'm trying not to destroy stuff these days, because who knows, I might end up selling this to you. There's venting on the side, and it's on the opposite side of the USB-C port here. It's on this side, and that button on that 03, not only is the 03 black, the button's also black.
So you can't even see it.
You can't see a damn thing. So I had to use my phone light to get in here and try to figure out where it was. I could just barely, and especially when this thing is on, you have to let it sit for a second. Let it sit for like 20 seconds and then bind it. But once it turns on, it also has a red LED light in here. And the red LED light is just above where the bind button is. And that makes it even harder to see because you have a red LED flashing in your face.
Yeah, that user who used the paperclip, he's trying to get it replaced, but if he can't, he was going to send it. I think he's in Canada. He's going to send it down to me, and I'm going to see if I can rework the board, get it fixed.
You could do that for sure. You could do that, repair that.
Yeah, I could probably repair that.
And I mentioned that this one was not too hard to work on, but man, I hate this right here. This should be open up. I was so close to taking a pair of snips and snipping off two of these
vent holes.
Yeah, those vent holes here. I was so close to doing that, but I just didn't want to like funk up this frame. I just had to use patience. Bro, Tony, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. It's our first super chat of the day. Thank you so much for the tip, bro. I will keep doing for you guys. Almost 10 years now. We're just about to have our 10-year anniversary for the Drone Camps RC channel. Let's go. We get some likes on this video for that. How many channels have been here for 10 years?
Yeah, Deerling Justin also did a super chat for 4.99. Awesome.
Oh, thank you, dear Link. I missed that one.
Yep,
I
right.
appreciate you. Thank you, bro. So you guys just got us lunch. And speaking of lunch, we're coming up on lunch hour now for Luis and myself. Got to take my son out. But if we have any last questions in the chat, let's go ahead and drop them now, guys. I'd like to try to get some last questions for you in today's stream. You can check us out every Friday, usually at 11 a.m. or 12 p.m.
I'm brain farting right now. What's that iFlight quad you got right there? What's that called?
This is the iFlight Defender 25.
Defender 25.
Yeah.
I think Sky High was just asking about that. So
yeah, watch my review on this one. Just posted this week. It's not as easy to work on as something like the Cinelog 20. If you want something that's going to be easy to work on, it's very simple. Get the Cinelog 20, watch that review and buy that one. If you want something that's cool and very unique, get the Defender. I think this one probably flies the best outside the Cinebot 30 from Gep RC. And I'm 100% sure the Gep RC Cinebot 30 is going to be stronger. Now, also, if you're still in this stream, good for you, because I have very important information from iFlight about the Defender 25. They heard our concerns about these prop guards, and they're designing V2 prop guards for these. They're going to design stronger prop guards. The V2s are already in production.
Nice.
So that's really good news.
What props are on there? Sky High is asking about that. What props are they using on there?
These are iFlight.
iFlight prop guard, or not props. Props. I'm talking about.
Defender 25 props.
Oh, so they're made by iFlight.
Yeah, these are iFlight Defender 25 props, 2.5 inch. They kind of bull nose. And I think this quad's pretty quiet. People keep asking about how noisy these quads are. You know, when they get this small, they're really not super noisy. I mean, that little mini Hex is pretty noisy. But these are nothing like the old school foam bumper Cinewhoops that first came out. Those things were noisy as F. But these are relatively quiet. And you may notice too, if you're looking at this quad, you don't see an FPV a VTX antenna. Did you notice that, Luis?
Oh wait, say that again.
No antenna sticking out of this frame.
Oh yeah, I did. That's where is that?
You guys didn't notice that, did you?
Is it tucked in the prop guard? Yeah, it's tucked up in there. Yeah.
So they're using the same diversity antenna setup on this quad as what's on the DJI Avata. These two tabs right here where these landing gear are, once you release this bolt right here, these pop up. Actually, it's on the outside. These two bolts right here, there's a tab here, and there's a bolt here. You release this, and this lifts up, and there's that vertical VTX antenna coming off the O3. So that's pretty slick. So you have diversity and a pretty good range with this. And the TBS Crossfire antenna is in the very front. There's a tiny little hole in the front. So if you buy this and you're looking for where the bind button is, this is also another spot where you're barely going to be able to see that gold button on the Nano RX. Just so hard to bind it up. I almost cut into the frame there too. I was wanting to make that wider. There's kind of a little bit of a spot there just underneath it. Looks like you could put a pair of snips through and just chip that off maybe. But man, I hate to destroy a frame. I hate to tear it up.
Yeah, it'd be nice if it just they just had a little spot, little bigger hole or whatever.
That would be nice. This thing is it's it's a lot to work on. Um, Once you pull this apart, there's also 4 screws on the very bottom that hold the O3 in, and underneath each one of these screws is a grommet. So when you pull this thing apart, there's wires here and here that are gonna fall out, and you gotta put all those wires back in the frame and not pinch any of those along these seams right here. You can see that seam?
Yeah.
Um, so if you're not used to working on drones, I don't suggest a Defender 25 unless you have someone else to work on it, because you may destroy something, or maybe pinch a wire. So you gotta be super careful putting this back together. Everything has to be exactly right. That's kind of annoying about this one. But what's not annoying about it is the fact that you can get to the USB port and the SD card port right here on the side. As most of you guys know, like some of the DJI guys, oh Jesus, I can't figure out which side. That's wide open right there, and you know, in the in the FPV community, we're not really concerned with like getting, let me do air quotations, moisture on the flight controller. This O3 is already sealed up in a box, and it has quite a bit of conformal coating on it as well. So I flew this one in the rain,
Yeah, I saw that you were
like
flying in the rain.
literally in the rain, and it's fine. But this flight controller is completely covered up all the way around, and it has conformal coating on it from the factory. It's a light coat, and it doesn't matter about the motors and water. But the DJI guys were concerned about that stupid flap. You know, I was saying, hey, maybe you should snip that flap off so you can get to the SD card and the USB-C port, because it's a pain. And the other guys were, I was worried about it coming off in mid-flight. So it's super stupid to have like a trap door here that comes on and off, because you don't want that to vibrate off and cause a crash when you're flying down a canyon.
Yeah, getting sucked up into the prop or something.
That would not be good.
It would not be good.
So you don't want any parts inside these ducts, is what we're saying. Like removable parts inside the ducts is a nightmare waiting to happen. It's not smart.
All right, buddy. I gotta get going. It's
Luis, thanks for joining the stream, bro. It's good to have you this week.
Thanks for having me.
It's very good.
I'll see you guys soon again.
All right, Luis. We'll check you soon. You gonna be with us next week?
Yes, I should be with you next week also.
Cool. Let's give some round of applause for Luis, guys.
I know
Lift
I don't
him
need
up.
applause, but it's all good.
Well, we'll see you over in Discord, Luis. Thanks for joining us today, bro.
Yep, for sure.
All right.
I'll see you guys soon. Later, everybody.
So, a lot of fun stuff in the stream today, guys, and I always appreciate Luis joining us for these live streams. It's a lot of fun. Luis is smart enough. This guy could have his own YouTube channel. I always tell him that. He is our #1 tech guy in the FPV community, in the Drone Camps FPV community. So if you have a tech question, be sure to hop in the Discord and talk to Luis. If you want to talk to him in Discord, his name in there is Joy Tech FPV. So ask a question, put the @ symbol and @Joy Tech FPV, and you'll get his attention. We also have the giveaway going on this month, guys. Darwin FPV Beginner Bundle. Some of you guys might not know about this, but we're giving away a complete bundle with goggles, a Radio Master T8. That's a T8 Pro, I believe. T8 Lite. But it's over $300 worth of FPV gear. And I'm going to throw in a battery and a charger with this too. So that's going to be the last week of February at some point. I'm going to try to make all that happen for you guys. If you guys have any final questions, you want to drop in any final super chat donations, I appreciate that as well for all the work we do here. I'm going to continue to come out with new articles this week. I have some new articles I'm writing. You'll see those on dronecamps.com and the forum as well. Sign up for our forum on dronecamps.com, and that's where you're going to see a bunch of new information, up-to-date information, not a bunch of old stuff, that's a nice thing about the new forum. It's going to be all brand new stuff from this year forward. Welcome to the end of the stream, Johnny D. Just waking up, brother? I'm just joking. Hopefully you're doing good, bro. Eric Smith, drive-by meeting at the end of the workday. Oh, man. And let us know in Discord if you're flying this weekend. Today's Friday, so I'm hoping to get a flight in. That's one of the reasons why I have my Defender here today, so I'm going to try to get out. And I'm going to do some tuning on this one and share that one with the Drone Camps community as well. Each review that we do, I'm trying to now tune them and give you a custom PID tune, because I feel like a lot of these quads need tunes. Recently, I've seen quite a bit of vibes in some of my bind and flies. So I do a lot of tuning on the channel for you guys, and I'll put the Google Docs link down there, or we'll drop it in the Discord for you. You bought some tacos, Casey? You better share, bro. I like pork. And I also love the Bira tacos. You guys know where a good Bira taco truck is? Let's go. Get a couple cerveza and some Bira tacos. I'm good. You just crash and bent your props, Jason? Bent them back. You bent your props in half. Good one. You're not flying until you've been in props, guys. Not flying until you're breaking stuff. That's what they used to say in the RC heli community. You're not flying until you're breaking and repairing. Build, fly, crash, repeat. Costco tacos. Now, usually I don't discriminate when it comes to tacos, but Costco, I eat that. I eat that. Are they the ones that come in the plastic wrap with all the chicken, the peppers? Oh my God, I know what you're talking about. Mrs. Camps is always up in the Costco. She's always at the Costco grabbing something new. I think we've done those pre-made tacos a couple times. They're pretty good, like grilled chicken and those things. You just heat it and eat it. Heat, eat, repeat on the daily. Costco for the win. My favorite thing from Costco, guys. I'm gonna admit something to you right now. This is kind of end of the stream fun time here. My favorite thing from Costco is the trail mix. I would arm wrestle Bruce for a bag of that trail mix. I would. Bruce turns 80 this week too. Coming up. I think he's turning 80 years old. So our oldest man in FPV, the legendary Bruce X-Jet, is turning 80. 8 decades of Bruce. So happy birthday early, Bruce. Cheers, bro. He's done a lot for the community. Been watching Bruce for a long time. So no drama, so to speak, of this week, and I'm happy about that. The haters got to watch out for the Drone Camps army anyway, so we take care of our own on this channel. Strawberry Danishes. I haven't checked those out. I need to check out that aisle. Where are they at? In the back by the bread? Man, now I want to go to Costco. But we're going to run out for some pizza, I think. And yeah, I appreciate the super chats today. Jump in the Discord, guys. The link's in the video description. Somebody freaking buy me a coffee already. If you're a good human being, buy me a coffee. I have $0 in my account. It's terrible. It's terrible. Look at this. Look at this. Zero. That hurts. It's only been up for 2 days, but that's a new option. God dang it. I have to beg for a living. I really do. If you enjoy my jokes, buy me a coffee. Um, but my granddad passed this week. I'm gonna end the stream saying thanks to him for everything he did. He opened up his heart to me when I was younger, when I was a little boy, and he opened up his home to me as well. I lived in this house growing up, and lived the other part of my mom's house. But I was one of those kids that was partially raised by my grandparents, and without them, man, I don't know what I'd done. My mom was a young mom, and it happens a lot. Probably a lot of you guys were raised in your grandparents' house, but my granddad was a stand-up guy in the community. Um, he was a man that would sit in church every Sunday. He would sit there and quietly pay attention. Very humble man. He was in the volunteer fire department. He was also a deputy sheriff in the county. And I learned a lot from him growing up. And as far as politics goes, him and I didn't really align on our politics, but we had a laugh about it. He had a he would just kind of he wouldn't roll his eyes at me either. He would just you know, and he didn't call me like a libtard or anything like that. He was very very humble man. Um, he liked his Fox News. He would keep that going in the house always, and I'd sit right next to him, have my coffee with him in the morning, and I'd watch it with him. Even though I'm kind of a MSNBC guy. I Spending time with the grandparents is not like just so important no matter what you're doing, even if you're watching Fox News. Hannity in the morning. But granddad's up in heaven now, and as of yesterday, so rest in peace, granddaddy. Um, I'll be home next week for that funeral in North Carolina. So if I have a moment, a chance while I'm out there, I might connect with some of you guys and also do some flying locally. Maybe I can take the Defender with me. Let me know what drone I should take with me on the trip. I'm also going to show you my lightest HD travel setup coming up this week on the channel. So we're going to try to get the weight as minimal as possible, but also bring Crossfire along. There's a couple of different ways you can do that, and we're going to talk about the lightest weight solution there. But you guys have been awesome in the stream. It is the end of the stream, and again, got to say, rest in peace to my granddaddy Hal. It's been a hard couple days, but I'm sorry to hear that, Sky High Media. Man, family's everything. Family is number one. Like, yeah, it means everything to me. But I have a great family, and there's a lot of support. I got a lot of cousins, aunts, and uncles, and I can't wait to get home and hug everybody. So that's it for today, guys. I'll see you in the Discord. All hours of the day, you guys. You really do keep me occupied. So I want to say thanks to everybody in Discord, because they're late at night, still thinking about FPV, writing articles, and jumping back and forth between writing and talking to you guys in Discord. So, and thanks for the super chats today, guys. The tips for all the work we do here and keeping you guys up to date. You don't have to do it yourself. You can just watch this stream once a week and find out what's new and get some laughs as well. We should do some flying sometime. I'm trying to figure out how to make my Goggles 2 live stream, so we'll maybe do that in the backyard. One last question from Alex. Recommend an FPV wing for your first one. Fly DJI FPV. So lost on 2023 wings. So, yeah, we should do an updated 2023 FPV wing video. I'm big into fixed wing. It's probably my choice if I was going on a trip. That and a 7-inch. But if I had to leave with either one, like 7-inch or FPV wing, I would go with my FPV wing on the trip. Man, there's nothing better than cruising canyons with an FPV wing. It's so awesome. So I would recommend to you get the Zod Orbit. If you need a link for that, just send me an email. I'll send you my affiliate link for that. So that benefits the channel. Recommend a manual mode on the Avata. I do not if you are a beginner. Do a simulator first, practice for about a month, and then go up super high and click into manual. There's been a lot of people that have clicked into manual 10 feet, 15 feet off the ground and crashed and broke their Avata. First try into manual. Most people, what they do as a beginner when they flip into manual mode or acro mode for the first time is they nosedive straight into the ground. So that will happen to you if you have an Avata. So be super careful and don't do that. We don't have a tune for the Avata yet. We don't have rates for that yet on the community, but I will try to do that coming up. Degree of pitch for acro, I would do about 25 degrees on my Avata for manual. Almost like full tilt. But that's the way I fly. So the higher tilt you get, the faster you're going to fly. The lower tilt, even if you're in manual mode, you're going to fly slower. So that's how it works, guys. Level camera, slow, like through the trees flying. For super fast freestyle racing, these guys are jacking the camera up all the way up to like 35 degrees. If you're experienced, jack it up to 35 degrees. 25 for intermediate pilots. You can go 25 if you're intermediate. 35 for advanced and fast flying. But you may have some washout if you're flying 35 degrees on Nevada. So don't do it over water. You're going to eat it. You will produce washout and tumble, making those turns on 35 degree tilt, because you also tend to turn faster and do crazier stuff with a more tilt, because you got more speed, more tilt, more speed, faster turns. It's all physics. Some people don't understand how it works, but that's why we have the channel and bring all this experience to you guys, so that you don't make stupid mistakes. I made a ton of stupid mistakes starting out. But I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna say goodbye for now, and I appreciate you on the stream so much, guys. And I'll see you on the Discord, okay? Click on that Discord link, that permanent Discord link, if you need it. If you need to send me an email, let me try to pull that for you one last time here. This is a permanent Discord link, and then we'll say goodbye. Okay, so Discord server, my perma link. Log into Discord first, because otherwise it's not gonna. Let's see here. Let me copy that link for you. Okay. Here it is. For my guys. Meet us over there, guys. And I will see you on the next one, guys. Maybe do a live stream on Monday. Depends. We'll let you know over the weekend if we're going to do a live stream Monday. Sometimes we do Mondays and Fridays. So if you're looking to hang out with a live stream, keep it on, listen to the stream while you're driving, things like that. It's kind of like a podcast. It's a lot of fun. Sky, how think about Twitch? Maybe we can stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. That would be sweet. you guys take care. I'm Justin Davis of the camps. Come join us.